Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more Pokemon Blaze Black 2. Last time we fought most of the very strong optional boss trainers in the Unova region. And this time I would like to cover one. This video might be a little bit shorter than we're used to in the postgame as a result, but there is a reason for that. Anyway, what I'm about to show will only occur on Fridays, so make sure it's a Friday in your game, otherwise this young man will not be here. This sure takes me back. You, ride this Ferris wheel with me. You remind me of that trainer. Now that I think about it, we both rode this Ferris wheel too. Making dreams come true is hard. I wonder if we will meet again. That made me remember that day. Sorry, I'll be going. And off he goes. You may meet N here only on Fridays. I just want to drive that point home in case anyone gets a little bit confused as to why he might not be showing up. Anyway, once you have done that, you want to return to N's castle in the Pokemon League, so I'm going to do that right about now. Alrighty, now that we are here in N's castle, once you have met with N in Nimbaza City and ridden the Ferris wheel with him, he will actually return to his castle, where indeed we may meet with him. And he is right back here in his throne room. How surprising. I didn't expect you to come here. Well, that is the formula for understanding other trainers, after all. You're okay with a Pokemon battle, right? Good. Yep, you may indeed rematch N after you have captured Zekrom and Curem and met with him at the Ferris wheel on Fridays. N will have a different team depending on what season you battle him in. In the spring, he will have a Rain Dance team. In the summer, he will have a Sun-based team. In the fall, he will have a Sandstorm-based team, and in the winter, he will have a Blizzard-themed team. I might have gotten spring and fall swapped there, but I don't think I did. It's a really weird system. Summer and winter have really easy weather conditions to match. I'm pretty sure spring gets the rain team, though. It's a little bit weird. But anyway, you may rematch N once a season, once you have met with him. More, let me hear the voice of your Pokemon. And it is worth noting, his team is indeed very strong. As you can see, his Pokemon are in the 90s. His entire team is going to be different depending on what season you face him in, not just his opening Pokemon, because he will always open with a Pokemon that will set up a permanent weather condition, so if you can, you're going to want to play that to your advantage. In this case, because of the sunlight, he may launch Solar Beam immediately, and all of his fire-type attacks have gotten a bit of a boost. And his team is quite good, actually. Not only is it pretty high-leveled, but all the Pokemon on his team have really good movesets, and the AI for this fight is generally very smart, so you're going to want to keep an eye out for this fight because it can be quite challenging if you're not prepared for what you might face. Alright, Ninetales goes down. Up next is Salamence, which is a pretty bad matchup considering Gastrodon just went down to Solar Beam. But honestly, I didn't want to switch in against that Ninetales because it was dishing out some pretty powerful moves and I didn't want to risk wasting a turn. Gonna try Dragon Claw right here. Luckily, we are indeed faster than this Salamence, which is good. Can we get a one-shot? I'm not sure if that's possible. Okay, it was close. He's using Dragon Dance, which I believe is going to boost his speed a little bit. Yes, that might be enough for him to outspeed. Indeed it is, and he's getting off the outrage, which is going to hurt quite a bit. But yes, this specific fight is outright programmed to have better AI than a lot of other fights in the game. So if you're a little bit iffy on your gameplay here, you might want to train up a little bit like I did, because N is programmed to be a very, very tough opponent for you. It's kind of crazy. Alright, luckily we were able to take a critical outrage with 100 HP remaining on Magnezone, which is really impressive, honestly. And down goes Salamence. This fight is pretty even so far, actually. I'm going to switch into Victini for this one, because even though Venusaur is going to be able to get off a one-turn Solar Beam, Victini now has Expert Belt, Stab, Sunlight, Flare Blitz at its disposal. So if we can get this Flare Blitz off, it's effectively guaranteed to one-shot this thing unless it has a Focus Sash. So let's see what we can do right here. We could definitely use a really nice free knockout in this fight, just because N and I are pretty even right now, and it looks like we got it. Venusaur goes down. Took a big hit right there on recoil, which is unfortunate. And up next is Darmanitan, which is an interesting matchup. I'm going to send out Lucario and hope I can outspeed this thing. I'm pretty sure I can. I'm not positive I can, but I'm pretty sure I can. Lucario is generally accepted to be pretty fast. Alright, let's hit this thing with an Earthquake, and yes, we are faster. Not sure if we're going to get the one-shot on this thing just because it's not a stab Earthquake. Ooh, it was close, but that Flare Blitz is going to do a ton of damage to Lucario, which is probably going to result in this thing KOing itself as a result of recoil. Alrighty, N and I are pretty even right here. It's kind of crazy. Alrighty, I'm not sure who I want to send in next. I think I'm going to bank on Victini right here, although I think it's going to give me the option to switch again anyway. It's not. Okay, he sends out Rotom, and it is the Fire-type Rotom, which is an interesting choice. Don't really have too many options here. I'm just going to try Psychic, just because Psychic is usually just a good go-to move on Victini, because it does quite a bit of damage no matter what you hit it with, basically. Alright, so now we are paralyzed, which is quite unfortunate. The nice thing is we got N to use his healing item very, very early into this fight, so hopefully he doesn't have another one in the ranks. Ooh, and it looks like his last Pokemon out is Sawsbuck. I believe he has a Sawsbuck no matter what team you are up against, mainly just as a result of the fact that Sawsbuck exists to show off the seasonal mechanic, and N's fights are very, very season-based, and ooh, that was close. Can we please... Oh, dang. That's bad. Alright, I don't think we're going to get a chance to do much with Victini right here, so I'm just going to use Flare Blitz on the off chance it doesn't try to attack me. Yeah, that didn't work out too terribly well. That paralysis really, really hurts. Alright, I'm going to send out Magnezone next just because I don't anticipate Sawsbuck being able to KO me. Just because Sawsbuck really doesn't have much to do against me. Oh wow, it actually has Jump Kick, which is, whoop-de-doo, super effective, of course. And it managed to take itself out. Alright, we are now up against that Heat Rotom, and that's it. Eey. I'm pretty sure Mandibuzz can outspeed. For the sake of my friend who saved me, I will never give up. I don't feel comfortable trying to attack with Mandibuzz right here. I just feel really, really nervous about it, so I think I'm actually going to max revive my Garchomp, which might be a little overkill. But honestly, we are so far into this game that I really don't feel that bad using my max revives, because we're not going to be doing too much more fighting for the rest of the game, actually. Alright, I'm going to try Brave Bird. I don't think Volt Switch is going to KO me, but I really just didn't feel comfortable going in on the offensive. On the off chance, like, say, if that had criticaled, we would have lost immediately had I not revived Garchomp. Plus, we didn't even do that much damage against this Rotom here, so yeah, I think healing was probably a good decision. You've got to value this time that you have to get to know one another. Alright, I'm gonna try Dark Pulse just to see what it'll do. Yeah, this thing's packing Thunderbolt. I probably would have lost had I not opted to heal up Garchomp, so definitely not a waste right there. Good to know. Alright, we're sending in Garchomp right here, and this should be the end of this fight, presuming nothing ridiculous happens. Let's hit it with a Dragon Claw and watch that HP hopefully scroll down to 0. Nice. Your Pokemon are happy. They are happy to be with you. I remember something Zekrom told me once. Zekrom and Reshiram are searching for new possibilities by walking alongside humans. Meanwhile, those that live in the wild try to better themselves without relying on anyone else. There are many different Pokemon, and their different ways of living. That is the true freedom of Pokemon. That is what connects Pokemon to us. I will set off on another journey. There are still many Pokemon in the world I should talk to. And there is also a trainer I want to tell how I feel. And off he goes. Now, as I mentioned, N will return to this place once a season and will battle with you. My original plan for this episode was to record these fights as they became available, and then compile them all into one big video where I showed all 4 teams. Unfortunately, I was not at a capable enough level to take on this fight until June, which is the month it is right now. And considering the LP is projected to end in July, I did not fancy waiting all the way until September to record all 4 of these fights and combine them into a video. So instead, what I'm going to do is at the very end of this video, I am going to be putting the other teams from the document that are included with the hack on screen, so you will know, at least in general, what you're going to be up against if you choose to do this in a season other than summer. I'm pretty sure the document is like 99% accurate, but as we've noted in the past, there might be a couple of discrepancies, and if there are, I really do have to apologize. But anyway, this past episode of Pokemon Blaze Black 2, we faced off against the legendary trainer, N. And next time on Pokemon Blaze Black 2, we are going to be heading to Mistralton City to be doing one last little bit of exploration on our journey. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.